99% of the time, when you start a job in product management, you inherit a product. You don't really get to build it from scratch. And so before you start filling notebooks full of ideas on what new features to add, you really need to take stock and see what's currently going on in your product. What are people actually doing with it? And it's useful to ask how many people are actually using each of the product features. And a simple way to visualize feature usage is to plot out all of your features onto two axes. How many people use a feature and how often, like this. And you can gain some interesting insights from this kind of visualization. And the core value of your product will be on the top right area, up where the stars are, because that's what people are actually using your product for. And this is the stuff that you should never neglect. It's critical to your business. And to the bottom right are the features that are used by everyone very infrequently, and they're likely to be administrative features like account creation and password reset. And they're not really relevant in this exercise because often they are essential, and so they really cannot be removed. And also you should exclude features that only certain type of users can access, and these should be evaluated separately. And the top left area may offer interesting opportunities because it can highlight niche markets that are using one small feature set but using it frequently. And this could mean that you could possibly spin off a feature into a separate product for a new demographic if it's a worthwhile endeavor. Or it could mean emphasizing that use case to the majority of the users who may not have discovered its use. And qualitative measures must come into play when data like this doesn't give you a clear direction. Now, if you have a lot of features in the bottom left area, you have a problem because it's a sign of features with poor adoption. And unless they're new features and they're under-tested, any feature down in the bottom left should be killed off. And an even simpler way to evaluate feature usage is to look at what percentage of customers or users have adopted each feature. And you can do this with a simple bar chart. This kind of an outcome is what every product manager hopes for, that is, features with good adoption. But in reality, as every product manager discovers, the messy world of products look a lot more like this. So how did you get here? Well, possibly you built a product that had solid messaging, files, and document editing features. And these key features were highlighted on your marketing site and maybe documented clearly with great screenshots and included on your product tour, and every new sign-up loved them. But success can really be a lousy teacher. And you believe that you wouldn't go wrong, and so you kept building more. And so you added a chat room, but that didn't go so well, and you kind of botched the launch of it. And then you added a calendar, and that went even worse. No one created more than one event, and it's still not even mentioned on your marketing site. And now you've built this time tracking feature that's kind of popular, but only with a certain kind of user. So this is the product that you've inherited. You need to recognize these problems and fix them. Now, on a side note, while evaluating your product, you also need to be mindful of threats. And one threat to look out for is the possibility of disruption. Is your product at risk of being disrupted by another innovation? And a good sign that you might be at risk of being disrupted is if your bar chart looks like this. If you're looking at this sort of feature breakdown, where you have an excellent product for one precise workflow, but you've added all these other pieces that no one uses, then you could possibly be in trouble. And think of Hangouts inside Google Plus as an example. And if you're looking at a chart like this, you are vulnerable to disruption because someone can build a simple product focusing on that one key feature that is superior in just one way, and you'll struggle to compete because you're carrying all of these other unwanted junk features around also. So that's the feature audit. And what do you do once you've completed the feature audit? Well, for any given feature with limited adoption, you have four choices. You can firstly kill it and admit defeat and start to remove that feature from the product, or you can improve it and make it quantifiably better for those who use it in terms of usability or performance. And these two are product development initiatives where you have to work with your dev team to make these improvements. And for the next two, you'd have to work with your marketing team. And if you feel that your feature is working well but has low awareness, you could work to increase the adoption rate and get more people to use it, or you could increase the frequency where you get your existing users to use it more often. Or you could use a combination of these. So where you feel that people are aware of the feature but do not use it to its full potential, you could do things like reminders and push notifications to drive frequency of usage up. So evaluating a product is something that product managers have to do, and it's not only a one-time activity, but it's something that you have to do on an ongoing basis to avoid feature bloat and ensure that your product is delivering something that people actually want. Okay, the next lesson will be a practical one where you get to do a quick and dirty feature audit for your product. See you soon.